We are on Stock Talk Late Night, episode 5, and we're going to get started in just a second. As always, remember to hit that like button, hit that share button as you enter. I would really appreciate it. Thursday night, get a little stock talk in tonight. Hopefully, we don't be on too long, but we're going to cover a few things tonight. So we're gonna get things started with a market, with our agenda for the night. We're gonna have talk a little bit about, first of all, with the market recap. We'll talk briefly about this Celsius acquisition. We'll play a little game called stocks over and under. We have our ETF pick stock list. We'll go into our stock watch list or ETF watch list. That's kind of an open segment in the show where you guys, provide your watch list as far as stocks and ETFs, and then we'll touch on the Robinhood portfolio if we have time. But I'm not going to hold you up, man. People will come in as they choose, and we'll get started. As you see, the Dow had a rough day today, down 450 points today, and the Dow is sitting at 44, 176.65. S&P down 26.63 today, sitting at 6,117.52. You see the Nasdaq is down 93.89 today, and the Nasdaq is sitting at 19,962.36. So let's jump over to Google Finance and just dig a little bit deeper into the market and see what's been going on lately with the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. So let's jump right over here and see what's going on. And like I said, the Dow was down 1% today, down 450 points. Over the last 5 days, you see the Dow down 0.52%, 229 points. Over the last month, the Dow is actually up 150 points. 6 months, the Dow is up 8%. Year to date, the Dow is up 3.84%. Over the last year, the Dow is up 14.55%. And over the last 5 years, you see the Dow is up 52%. Heading over to the S&P. S&P was down, like we said today, 26 points over the last week. The S&P is up 50 points, 0.83%. Over the last month, the S&P is up 1%. Looking at over 6 months, the S&P is up 9%. Not bad. Year to date, the S&P is up 4%. So what do we have? Over 20% the last 2 years for the S&P. And so far it's up 4% this year. So not bad. Not bad at all. Looks like we may be on track, but we'll see. Over the last year, you see the S&P is up 22.95%, over 1,000 points. And over the last 5 years, the S&P is up 83%, up over 2,700 points. So when in doubt, always have some S&P in your portfolio. Don't think you can go wrong by investing in the S&P. At least it hasn't proven me wrong so far. So S&P still going strong, down for the day, but year to date still up 4%. Let me know what S&P positions that you currently hold in your portfolios right now. So like I said, in my belief, I think every portfolio, or at least overall, it don't have to be a particular portfolio, you should be investing in the S&P, basically is what I'm saying. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq was down today, 0.47%, down 93 points. Dipped back under the 20K for the overall. Last 5 days, the Nasdaq is up 1%. over 200 points. Over the last month, the NASDAQ is up 1%. Over 6 months, NASDAQ is up 12%. Year to date, NASDAQ is up 3.37%. Over the last year, the NASDAQ is up 27%, almost 4,000 points. And over the last 5 years, the NASDAQ is up 108%, up over 10,000 points. So, what NASDAQ positions do you hold? Do you have any QQQ, QQQM? What's another one? Is it VGT, XLK? Or are you invested, in the NASDAQ? Let me know in the chat. So overall, I think the markets are still, in pretty decent shape. Pretty decent shape right now. Not bad. Not bad. So we head over here. I don't want to go jump this yet. The next topic, I wanted to talk a little bit about this Celsius acquisition. In the last video, as far as I watched this, Celsius was mentioned as a stock to watch. So I actually put it on my watch list, but they did have some big news today. They did have earnings today. And not only did they have earnings, they mentioned a key acquisition that they made today. So let's take a look at what Celsius got going on here, because this might be something that you probably want to watch for over the next couple of weeks. And once you see the after hour prices, you'll see why that Celsius may be on the move. It might be something that you may want to think to possibly add to your portfolio. But let's take a look here. And as you see here, Celsius to buy energy drink brand Alani Nutrition in $1.8 billion deal. I've never even heard of Alani Nutrition. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, but I've never even heard of it. But let's take a look here. Celsius Holdings said on Thursday it will buy health and wellness drinks brand Alani Nutrition in a $1.8 billion deal through a combination of cash and stock, boosting its portfolio to build on the growing demand for sports and energy beverages. Do you guys drink energy drink? Celsius, Red Bull? What's your favorite energy drink? Me, I try not to. I try not to drink too much energy drink unless I'm got a little road trip or something like that. Then I'll drink a Red Bull, no sugar, to hold me over. But let's continue on here. Alani Nutrition, a female-focused brand that delivers functional beverages and wellness products, was founded in 2018 and will be acquired from its co-founders, Katie Schneider and Hayden Schneider, and its operator, Congo Brands. Celsius says. Okay, energy drinks have largely become a popular beverage among the younger population in the U.S. in recent years as more people turn to fitness and lifestyle products, prompting companies to pursue deals in the sector. So this is a big deal. This is a big deal for Celsius. Let's take a look at the price here. And you'll see Celsius traded at 25.53, closing the day down 2%. But when that news came out, and I believe they had earnings today, you see Celsius after hours jumped 35%, almost 9 points. So from 25 to 34 overnight. I'm anxious to see what Celsius is going to open up in the morning. I was thinking about actually starting a position in Celsius, and I may be late to the party. I may be a day late and a dollar short, but I think Celsius, ticker symbol CELH, is something to keep your eye on. For the time being, and it's over the last 5 days is up 19%, almost 20%. Over the last month, though, down 6%. Last 6 months, down 36%. And year to date, down 3%. Over the last year, down 59%. So Celsius has been getting hammered. But, with that being said, has it reached its bottom? And is it time to start building up a position in Celsius? So as you see, Over the last 5 years, it's up 1,000%, but over the last year, down 59%. And you see with the chart here, its trajectory. But like I said, it has some good news with earnings. Acquisition news came through, and you see Celsius is up 35% after hours. So it might be time for Celsius to make a big move here. So you might want to keep that on your radar, as far as something that you want to take a look at. So I currently don't own any Celsius. I was actually thinking about a leap option in Celsius, and I may be just a little too late. But Celsius still has some room to grow. So, in my opinion, and with this latest acquisition, like I said, the earnings, you may start to see an upward tick in Celsius, and I'm really anxious to see how it's going to perform in the market on tomorrow. So, to beat up that much in after hours, look for Celsius to have a strong day on tomorrow. So, let me know if you guys are Celsius holders. Online I see where some people have held Celsius all the way down, through this downturn. I think Celsius might have been up over $100 or close to $100, within the past year. So, the tides can turn pretty quick, but some people like to hold through and build on their position and, think long term. Or I think I had some Celsius at one point, but I got out of it. So I don't hold any at the current moment. So, but let me know what you guys think about Celsius in the chat. And remember, as you come in, just hit that like button, share button. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's enough on Celsius. We get back to the agenda here. And I want to play a little game here. And if you're catching this on the replay, just leave in the comments, right? We're going to do a little game called Over Under for 2025. And what I did here, I just put a few positions here to see, get you guys' opinion on what you think the over under for 2025 would be. So just starting off, S&P 6,500. Do you think the S&P will hit 6,500 this year? Let me know in the chat. Is it over 6,500 or under 6,500? Me personally, I think what's the S&P sitting at right now? S&P is sitting at 61, 17, 52. Do I think it'll be over or under for 2025, 6,500? I think the S&P will not hit 6,500 this year. I'm just taking a guess. I don't think it'll hit 6,500 this year. So I'm going to say under. I'm going to say under. The S&P is going to be under 6,500 this year. Next up, Google. Google over under $230 share price by the end of 2025. Let me see. What's Google trading at right now? Google's at 186.64 GOOG. So do I think Google will hit 230 this year by the end of 2025? I'm going to say no. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under for Google for $230. What's going on? S&P plays are easy. Just throw money at it. Yep, you are correct. You are correct. If you don't know how to invest or you're not familiar with investing, just invest in the S&P. Buy some VOO. Buy some what you got? SPLG. You got some people don't like the SPY because of the expense ratios, but it's a lot of opportunities out there to invest in the S&P. So no excuse not to be investing in the S&P. No excuse. Amazon over under 260. Do you think Amazon is going to hit 260 for the year? Amazon's currently trading at 222.88, and actually been going down a little bit lately, down 3% over the last month. I think Amazon will hit 260 in 2025. So I'm gonna go over for Amazon, $260 share price by the end of 2025. So far I got the S&P, I have it under 6,500 for the year. Google, I have it under 230 by the end of 2025. Amazon, I think Amazon is going to hit 260 by the end of 2025. I may change my mind on Google, but right now, I don't think Google. I'm on the fence, but right now I'm gonna say under. Tesla over under $400 by the end of the year. And what's Tesla currently trading at? Tesla is currently trading at Tesla's trading at 354.40, up 2%, 2.59% over the last week, down 16% over the last month, and year to date down 12%. Do you guys think Tesla will hit 400 by the end of 2025? I think Tesla's going to be under. I don't know. That's a close one. Year to date down 12%, trading at 354. Elon Musk, a part of the administration. I'm on the fence about that one. I'm on the fence. I'm going to say Tesla over 400. Over 400. So this administration is kind of tricky, so I'm not sure. But for right now, I'm gonna say Tesla over 400 by the end of the year. Netflix over under $1,300 by the end of 2025. Netflix is trading at $1,024.54. It was down 1% today. Over the last week, been kind of flat. Year to date, Netflix is up 14.95%. So do you think Netflix will hit 1,300 by the end of the year? I'm going to say Netflix is already up 133 this year so far. 133 points. Netflix has had a good earnings. Latest news, Netflix invested $1 billion in Mexican films and TV over the next 4 years. I'm going to say Netflix over 1,300 by the end of the year. That's just me. Or it will hit 1,300 by the end of 2025. That's what I'm saying. So sometime in 2025, I think Netflix will hit 1,300. Just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Next up, we got Palantir. Palantir over under 150. And you say that Tesla's under. Okay, that's a good. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure about this administration just yet. So we'll see. We'll see. But Palantir over under 150. Palantir is currently trading at 106.21, down 5% today. Over the last week, down 9%. A year to date, Palantir is up 40% and up 30 points. So up 40.43% year to date. We're seeing some slight pullback right now. Do you think Palantir will hit 150? He says, I wanted to be 150. I'm assuming you have some Palantir. I have a small amount of Palantir. I said I was going to build it up, and it kind of ran up before I was able to put my plan in place. But I do have just a very small position in Palantir. So of course I'm up on it with the run, but I don't even have enough in it to make a dent. There you go. That's the way to go. I'm looking for some leaps myself. So you have 2 leaps at $40. So yeah, you're making big time right now. So that's deep in the money, and it looks like Palantir is making moves right now. So I need to find some leap options deep in the money, and you know, let it ride. So I was up 11K, then it went down to 7K now. But hey, man, 11K is crazy, and 7K is great too. So to catch some leaps at $40, and now Palantir is trading at 106, and it can go even higher. I think, yeah, you in good shape, definitely, definitely. I should have trusted my gut and put those Celsius leaps in today before their earnings, but I'm still looking. I'm still looking for some good leap plays that won't, hit me across the head too much. So, but yeah, Palantir over under 150. I'm gonna say by the end of the year. I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna say over 150 by the end of the year. I'm gonna say over. So the last two, I'm not a crypto pusher or enthusiast. I do invest in crypto, but I just want to touch on this. The top two that's getting discussed. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading currently at 98,000, 168.99. Do you think Bitcoin will hit 120 by the end of the year? Hey, I may have to take you up on that play there. I may have to take you up on that play. A Bitcoin's trading at 98,000 right now. Do you think Bitcoin will hit 120K by the end of the year? And I do have some Bitcoin, not a lot, but I do have some. And I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna say over. I think Bitcoin will be over 120K by the end of 2025. So if you have any crypto, um, any big time crypto people who's in the chat or watching later on, let me know in the comments. Do you think Bitcoin to be over? If you think Bitcoin to be over 120K by the end of the year, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. And last but not least, XRP. I do have some XRP. I buy XRP every week. Do you think XRP will hit $5 by the end of the year? Because people have been pushing XRP like it's the next big thing to blow, and I hope so. They were talking about the lawsuit for a couple of years, and now supposedly it should be in the clear coming up. So we'll see. But XRP is currently trading at $2.64. Do you think it will hit $5 by the end of the year? I know it's gotten up to $3. Over the last week, it's down 3%. Over the last month, it's down 14%. However, year to date, XRP is up 25.85% on the year. So interesting. Walmart is a good leap too. Wait for below the moving average dip. I have some. I actually have some Walmart. I have a couple of shares of Walmart. Done really well. Really well. Probably would be some good leap plays if you can get in at the right time. Yep. So that's one I'll definitely be looking at. My stock that I've been holding long term has done really well. XRP say 350. Man, I hope it goes higher than 350. I'm not gonna lie. I know it was in the $3 range a couple of weeks ago. It's dipped down to $2.60 right now. But I need XRP to take off. Will it be the next Bitcoin? I don't know about all that. I hope so, because I have a little bit of XRP that if it shoots up like that, then might make some headway. Be careful, the market might crash this year. Yeah. We've had 2 straight years of 20+% 8% in the S&P. So I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen a pullback this year. I never root for the market to go down. I know some people like, hey, we can get in at some good prices, but I'm not a fan of the market going down. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope the market keeps going up, no matter who's in office. I always root for the market to do well. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a pullback this year for sure. Just being honest about it. So, well, but yeah, that's my over and under. If you come in later, just let me, leave in the chat what you think the over and under for these positions will be for 2025. Mm-hmm. And next up, what's next up? So I have my ETF pick 5 list. So I have a list of ETFs here, and like I said, if you're in the chat now or if you're watching later, this is my pick 5. You got VOO, SCHD, VTI, XLK, FX, AIX, VGT, QQQM, JEPQ, XLE, SMH, SPLG, XLF. If you want to, like for new investors, right? We hear a lot about ETFs, and I think ETFs should be a part of everybody's portfolio. So, what are some of your favorite ETFs? And from this list, if you had to pick 5, what would be those 5 that you would choose to start your portfolio or build your portfolio from scratch? What will be your top 5 ETFs that you would pick from this list? And if something's not on the list, let me know. Also, what would be your starting 5? Give me your starting 5 ETFs. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. And let me see, what would be my starting 5? I'm gonna put in the chat here. If I had to pick 5 to start with, it's tough because I actually like all of these here. If I had to pick 5 from this list, I'm gonna go with. It may be some overlapping, with positions, but that's okay. Starting 5. I'm gonna go to VOG, SCHG, QQQM. I have some SCHG. I didn't put it on this list, but I have some SCHG. Doing really well for me. I have some QQQM. That's actually going to be one of mine. I'm gonna go SPLG. I'm gonna go SPLG. I'm gonna go QQQM. And I'm just typing it out so I can remember what I'm putting here. I'm gonna go JEPQ, SCHD, just from this list, and I'm gonna go. This is tough. Just to be a little more diversified, I'm gonna go. Boom. If I had to pick a starting 5 from here, that's gonna be my starting 5. It's gonna be my starting 5, right as of right now. If I had to pick a starting 5 right now, I'm gonna go with SPLG. I'm gonna go QQQM, JEPQ, SCHD, and SMH. I have the S&P with the SPLG. I have the tech, NASDAQ with QQQM. Got some more NASDAQ along with income with JEPQ. SCHD is kind of, it speaks for itself. SMH, the semiconductor ETFs. Yeah, that's my starting 5. I actually own all of these positions in different portfolios, but if I had to just start with a 5, If I was like a starting team, starting lineup, that would be my five. So yeah. But I don't think you can go wrong with anything from this list. So just want to throw those ETFs out there for people who may be a little not know what to invest in. So but yeah, that's my ETF pick five. What we got? What else we have on the agenda here? So my stock ETF watch list. I have Celsius. We talked about Celsius. Any other positions or stocks that you guys have on your watch list? This is like the open form. Anything on your radar right now that you're looking at? Let me know. My 401k lazy portfolio. I follow the John 3 Bogle theory, 3-fund portfolio theory with Warren Buffett. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I don't have any bonds. I don't think I've ever bought any bonds ever in life. So, actually, I think I can probably get in a little trouble at my job for particular bonds if I buy. So I stay away from bonds altogether. I've never bought any. 401k. I also have three funds that I invest in for my 401k. I know FXAIX is one of them, and then I can't remember the other two. I had to pull it up, but I definitely have a nice percentage of my 401k in FXAIX. So, yep. It's always good to be knowledgeable of what your 401k is invested in, and don't be afraid to follow it or keep up with it, because some people don't even know what their 401k is invested in. Some people probably don't even have their 401k invested. You may just be putting it in the money market, each pay period. So it's good to stay on top of your 401k. I think that's very important. So if you guys, don't know what you invest in or don't follow your 401k, I suggest that you find out what company that your 401k is invested in, get the login information, and you might want to check it out to see what, or if you're even invested in any funds at all. But you definitely need to pay close attention to what your 401k is invested in, so. But yeah, like I said, a large portion of my, probably like a third of my 401k is invested in FXAIX. So, and I own some FAIX in one of my Fidelity portfolios too. So I do like that ETF as well. So, but if you have any stocks or ETFs that you have on your watch list, just put them in the chat or put it in the comment section later on. I appreciate it. Let me write down John Bogle theory. I've never heard of John Bogle, so I'll write that down to take a look at it a little bit later on. Yep. And we are at 34 minutes here, and I'm just going to quickly run through my Robinhood account. It's actually been kind of dry because the market's been kind of, dry lately, but I do like to give a little check-in once a week just to see where we stand. And so bear with me 1 second here. Let's take a look. And Robinhood is the one live account I do show. Like I said, the majority of my investments are at Fidelity. But I do have this Robinhood account that I show live, and you see updates because there's crypto in this portfolio. So this is an active, real live account. So currently we're sitting at 7,389.45. Over the last week, we are up 1%. Over the last month, we were actually down 2%. Over the last 3 months, we are up 1%, 73 points. Year to date, we are down, kind of flat, but down 0.62%. And over the last year, we're down 5% because I had some options that kind of went the wrong way. But overall, the current positions in the portfolio are doing quite well. Doing quite well. So just briefly, we have some Bitcoin. I'm just going to speed through this here. We're up overall on our Bitcoin 103%, $627 with an average cost of $48,360.15. You see Bitcoin is trading at $98,000 currently. So we're doing pretty good on our Bitcoin position. We buy Bitcoin daily. We buy a few dollars every day just to, be in the game. Ethereum here, we are up 26% on our Ethereum with an average cost of $2,310.19, and Ethereum is trading at $2749.71. So like I said, we're up 26% on our Ethereum. Going back here to our Doge, got a little Doge, and I have other crypto as well. That's at Coinbase, but these are the three positions that I have here at Robinhood. Where am I going here? Yeah. So Doge, we are up 60% on our Doge position with an average cost of 15 cents. Doge is trading at 25 cents right now. We have a little over 1,100 shares, or 1,100 Doge, I should say. But we're up on our Doge position. And going down to ET here, talking about some stocks here. ET, Energy Transfer, trading at 1997. We are up 43% on our ET position. We're holding 82.8 shares. We just had a dividend that hit and was reinvested. And then I think we bought $10 this week, and then we have our bi-weekly buy of $5. So we're slowly building up our ET position. We want to try to get to 100 shares of ET by the end of the year. But it's, we're moving. We're up to 82.8 shares. And like I said, we are up 43% on ET right now. So not bad at all. We'll go next to our VTI. VTI, we are holding 4.68 shares here. Average cost is $252.48. VTI is trading at $301.55. So we are up 19.44% on our VTI position. Not bad. Not bad at all. We buy VTI every week. And if I can put in a little bit more when I can, I do that as well. So we talked about ET, VTI, and here's that QQQM. Like I said, I do hold some QQQM. We are at 4.26 shares of QQQM. We're up 25% on our position. Average cost $176.74. QQQM is trading currently at $221.34. So we're doing well, up 25% on our QQQM. We do a weekly buy of $5. That's automatically, and then we have some extra we'll throw in it as well. So trying to get to that 5 shares. Next, we have a goal of 5 shares of VTI, 5 shares of QQQM. And last but not least is Maine. Maine is trading at 62.36 right now. We're up 45% on our main position with an average cost of $42.85 on Maine. And we have 18.366 shares of Maine. We do a bi-weekly buy of $5. And if we have some extra, we'll put in it. Next goal is 20 shares of Maine. We're sitting at 18.366 shares. So got a little ways to go on Maine. But we're doing really well overall on the position, and we're just going to have to keep building it over time. But not bad at all. So, but yeah, man, that's I think that'll pretty much cover. We're at 40 minutes tonight, and appreciate those who tuned in and those who are going to watch later on. Just to a little stock talk. This is episode 5. covered quite a few things tonight. As always, go back and rewatch the replay, share, like the video, share the video. I really appreciate it. And we're going to keep this late night series going every Tuesday and Thursday. Right now at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just come in and chat and conversate. I'm not a financial advisor. We all investing in the stock market or crypto, whatever the case may be. So, I appreciate all the feedback. Suggestions and ideas is greatly appreciated. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember to like, share, subscribe. We're going to shut it down for the night. I'll be back on Tuesday nights for episode 6. Share the video with anybody that you may know. And, I appreciate it. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later.